All right. Can you hear me? What is going on? So I'm using this program that I haven't used before. So let me know if you can hear me in the comments below. And we can go from there. We can start it off. Just going to open up YouTube just to see what's happening. All right, beautiful. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this game. Let's have me having a chat about this game, giving you my quick thoughts, and then I'll try and get you guys on. If you've got, well, actually, just let me know if you want to jump on. Just let me know, and I'll chuck you on. And we'll go from there. My camera is mirrored, so if I put up my right hand, it looks like my left hand's going up. But anyway, what a game! What a way to send off Buckley. I called it last week. I said we were going to beat Melbourne after we beat Adelaide, and that was before Buckley announced that he was leaving. But Jesus, that was crazy. That was a crazy game. But we had him from the start. It was just I want to say a 4-quarter performance. There was a lot that we could have done better. You know, we should have been up by a lot more, but it was good to fucking win. It was good to win in that game. And what I loved most about it is we just rallied. We just rallied, and we just never stopped. Yes, our skills at times, our skills were deplorable, but we made up for it in intent, in ferocity, in heart. And look, God, man, I cried at the end. Obviously, if you didn't cry, you're a monster. I'm kidding. You're not a monster if you didn't cry. Look, in my preview, I said that a win is building, or I said that a good performance is building, and look what happens. You know, you look at the Port Adelaide game. Sorry, it started off with the Sydney game. That first quarter, really good, right? And then shithouse. Then you look at the Port Adelaide game, and we take it up to them. Should have won. Well, it was by a point. Then you look at the Geelong game, who are probably premiership favourites at this point. We get them by 10 points. Hang on, let me. Oh, how good is this? So CFC _1892. I was talking to him, one of my good mates, and I'm like, "Fuck, I need a new name for these fan cams. I don't just want to steal blue abroad, just fan cam thing." And he goes, "I'll think." And then his wife comes up with Squawk with Swoop. It's too much for me to say Squawk with Swoop. You can't say it over 5 times fast. But thank you. If I make t-shirts, you don't have to. First one's on me. So thank you so much. And now how do I? Oh, this is so dope. This is so good. All right. So let me try and get one of you guys or girls on. So if I... Okay. See if this... I've just put a link up here. See if this link works, and we can go from there. I can have 6 people up in my stream at once. So it looks like you need Chrome, you need Google Chrome or Firefox, but you know who uses Firefox anymore? But Google Chrome, so not Safari. But let's talk about. Give me some questions. Give me some questions to answer. For now, and I'll chuck them on the screen, and we can go from there. So Carmen says, "Way to go, Pies! Gutsy, courageous win for Bucks," and that's exactly what it was. It was gutsy, it was courageous, and we absolutely loved it. It looks like we have one person on. So pretty much what I'm going to do is we'll only have you on for a couple of minutes or something like that, and we'll see how it works. But I've got Kev's Magpies on. I'm going to add him to the stream. We're going to have a chat. Kev, you with us, mate?
Yeah.
How you going, bud?
Good, man. Very happy with the win.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I think that's our best win for the season. I really do. I think the Adelaide game, that was another good win, but to win to beat a top 4 team like Melbourne, that gives us a lot more confidence going forward.
Yeah, definitely right. What do you reckon about Buckley's last game?
It was sad. I was watching a bit of footy and I cried after the game. It was so sad. But I would have thought 2 years at least, see how we go, and then if he wants to leave, then he can leave. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that was my thinking as well. I thought he was going to get a bit of a contract extension, but look, champion of the club. You know, what can you do? These things happen. Who was your standout player today or tonight?
I honestly thought, if I can say this, I thought Max Lynch stood up really well. I honestly thought that he gave it his all, and I think having Jack Cripps as well, Darcy Moore, Isaac Rayner. I actually think that we're playing a lot better than what we were in the first month of the season.
100%. Yeah, we're it does look like there's been a bit of a game plan change in the last couple of weeks, a bit more attacking, but being able to defend as well. Keeping Melbourne to under 70 points is always a bonus. But you're right about Maxi Lynch. I thought he wasn't going to perform. I called him out on Twitter and I called him out in my preview as well. But he just proves all of us wrong, and he proved. Look, this was a game where his career relied on, and he's shown that he can go up against Gawn in his third game as well, which was absolutely amazing. It was good to see.
Does the Brody Grundy now that he was out for a couple of weeks, do we seem to be playing better, or is it just me?
I think I know what you're saying. It's really hard. It's really hard to tell. Like, I think we set up differently with Grundy when we have Lynch or when we have Cameron rucking. What I think happens is with Grundy, the other teams know that they're going to get a bunch of hitouts, right?
Yeah.
So they try and shark Grundy's hitouts, and it turns over, and then they get the clearances and stuff like that. So in a sense, I don't want to say yes, we're playing better without Grundy, but I think it's just a different setup without Grundy. You got to think as well, Grundy isn't just a ruckman; he's that extra midfield. So you might be gaining a ruckman in Lynch, a good tap ruckman or a decent tap ruckman, but you're also losing that midfield and that clearance that Grundy gets. But that's a good question, man. I've got a couple more guys on the line, so I'm going to get to them. But Kev, thank you for being the first squawker with Swoop. I really do appreciate it.
Really appreciate it,
I keep doing you, man. I know you're all on my YouTube comments and stuff, and I really do appreciate it. So peace and love, and we'll talk soon, brother.
You too, brother.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
All right. Join.
Colby.
Hello.
How you going?
Yeah, good.
What did you think of the game, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. Good performance, especially Pendlebury and Maynard.
Yeah. Pendle's probably had his best game in the last couple of years, I reckon.
Yeah.
Who else did you think stood up?
Max Lynch did pretty good.
Yeah. Would you play him? Would you play him next week? Actually, no. But next week we got a bye, so I think we get Fremantle in 2 weeks. You playing him against Fremantle, or you giving Grundy a chop?
Depends if Grundy's fit enough.
Yeah, you reckon? You reckon Maxi Lynch is there next year? You reckon they're going to give him a contract extension?
Yeah, he's better than Mason Cox, I reckon.
Yeah, I think, mate. I think that's it for old mate Coxie. 30 this year as well, so that probably doesn't help. And Max Lynch is just like I said to Kev, played for his career, and he did freaking pretty well.
Yeah.
What else? What other thoughts did you have on the game, mate?
The ball movement was pretty good.
Yeah,
Better.
bit more attacking.
The past 2 weeks have been better ball movement compared to after the Port Adelaide game. We've really stepped up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. It's like I said before, we've turned it on a little bit, a bit more attacking, a bit more direct, which is very, very nice. Anything else you want to? What do you reckon it's going to happen for the rest of the season?
I reckon we might go on a winning streak.
We might go on a winning streak. You reckon? You reckon a cheeky top 8 chance?
Maybe. Depends if we get all our good players back, but probably not this year.
Probably not this year. I think we're gearing up for a premiership contention next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Bit more games into the kids, I reckon.
Yeah.
Colby, thank you so much, mate. I got Jake waiting for me now. Thanks for joining. Peace and love. Have a good one.
Thank you.
See you, mate. Bye. No worries. Jakey.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, mate, what an effort today. What an effort. All of them, from the back line to the forward line. Fantastic. What a way to send Bucks off.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I thought we might win, but I didn't think we'd win the way we did win. It was crazy.
Yeah, 100%. You could tell them as soon as the siren went for the first quarter, like they were ready to go. They were ready to play for it. That's what we want to see each from now until the end of the season. So yeah, great win.
Yeah, everyone was. I think Rewalt came out. Was it Rewalt? No, it was Del Santo this week, and he's like, it pretty much said it'd be pretty shit if they gear up for this game and win in his last game. And you go and you think you go, yeah, no, that doesn't sound right. Like Pendles was saying after the game, we've been building, like I said before, the Sydney game, the Port game, the Geelong game, Adelaide, and now ultimately this Melbourne game. And, bits and pieces, it's been kind of like a jigsaw this last month. And that's a testament. It's a testament to what Buckley can do. Ultimately, might have been a bit too late, but it is a testament to what he can do.
Yeah, 100%. Like the last month, like even though the results haven't really gone our way, like you said, the effort and sort of like I won't say the game plan, but you can sort of see what we're trying to do in the last couple of months. Unlucky against Port. Yeah, Geelong against the first half was pretty bad, but the second half was really good. Got the result against Adelaide, then today, bet the top team. So yeah, lucky the buys come about this week, and then we go again for the remainder of the season.
Do you think Robert Harvey does much different, or is it pretty much all the same?
Well, I don't think much difference, but I think we'll have a better second half of the season than we did to the first. I don't think we're not going to play finals, but I think the effort and a bit of a hope for the future will be present throughout the rest of the
definitely.
season. So yeah,
I think we might see a bit more of the kids get a run, hopefully.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was good to see Pendles turn back the clock a bit today. Shout out to Maynard.
Did really well.
Everyone did good today. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
even the goalie, he copped a lot of criticism, and he did good today. So credit to him.
I think the goal is just an out and out midfielder now with Bo in the team and Elliott. There's no room for De Goey in the forward line. He can sneak up there like Dustin Martin does, but he's just bulking it in the midfield, which is really nice to see.
Yeah. One question for you, Swoop. What do you reckon of the ruckman position? Do you reckon it's a bit overrated? Best ruckman in the game we versed today against. Look, I'm not credit to them. They did good today. Lynch and Cameron. They held their own today, I reckon.
Yeah. It's hard. Like I think Buckley talked about the ruck stats and the taps not really meeting a lot. And like I was talking to Kev, you could think back to the prelim against GWS where Grundy had like 70 hitouts and they were just sharking all our balls. You're playing a ruckman. Ultimately, when you think of like old school ruckmen like Monkhurst and stuff like that and Sandilands, they were just there to just punch the ball as far as they can. Now you look at the ruckmen, they're just athletic as shit, and they become a second midfielder. Well, not a second midfielder. They become a midfielder as well. And that's what Grundy brings. So ultimately, if he doesn't get the hit outs, he's getting those clearances and he's doing that follow up work, and he's a 2 meter tall midfield target.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, it was good. Like I said, good effort. Hopefully we build from this. Good luck to Robert Harvey. Yeah. What more can we do?
Yeah, exactly right, man. Jake, thank you so much. I'll Condo up next. I really appreciate you coming on, brother.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
Peace and love, man. Thanks, brother. See you, mate. Bye. Condo.
Hello, mate. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How you going?
Yeah, good. Got you on the 65-inch screen as well at the moment. Looking good.
Oh, jeez. My fucking big head, mate. It's going to be a little bit wider on that screen.
Yeah.
How you going after that win?
Yeah, good. Got on a few reds after the win. So
yeah, nice, mate.
Very good.
That's how we
Very
like to celebrate.
I just Johnny Noble. I actually think Johnny Noble is the most underrated player in the comp at the moment. I don't think he's a superstar by any stretch, but he's so important to what we do at the moment. Yeah,
I agree, Johnny. The thing with Noble is I love and you know we all do that dash and that just the way he comes off that half back line is just phenomenal. Second probably only to Quaynor when Quaynor is released and he takes it on a little bit. Sometimes I love Noble. Right? Just sometimes you go, fuck, that's a bit of a sharky kick when he tries to do, if he can take out that trying to be a little bit too fancy with those kicks, man, he's definitely underrated. That back line, Braden Maynard as well today, and Isaac Quaynor, he won't get talked about, but he absolutely bulked it against Cozzy Pickett.
Yeah, definitely. Look, Quaynor needs to work on his one-on-ones, I think. But his run and dash is great. It's exactly what we need. So, yeah, our backline held up really well. Like Moore was fantastic again. Look, and I think the previous person said before, Max Lynch was outstanding today.
Yeah, definitely. He did what everyone thought that he couldn't do. Really,
exactly.
That was it. That's as simple as it is. Excuse me.
Not many people. Not many people beat Max Gawn in the tap outs, and they were to advantage as well. So awesome display by him. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He like I've been saying, he played through his career, and his career looks fine now. And I think he's out of contract at the end of the year. So you think another year because we don't really have that second ruckman. Yeah,
I don't think Cox holds onto his spot somehow. So we do need that second ruckman. Did we pick up a ruckman in the mid-season draft? Was that the one that?
Yeah, but I think he's more of a Darcy Cameron, more forward who can tap out in the ruck, kind of like a Lee Brown sort of player, like as in stays in the forward line mostly, and then can tap out in the ruck. So yeah, kind of like a Darcy Cameron type. Yeah.
So. No, all good. I just want to say thanks. I mean, you've got a lot of supporters. Oh, little one. The stuff you do is great, mate. So there's a lot of Collins supporters.
Thank you so much.
That love your stuff, mate. So congrats on this. Look forward to it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, 100%. No worries. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate. See you, man. Bye. All right. Carmen next. Carmen, how you going?
Hey, Luke. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. What do you think of the win?
Awesome stuff. Bit on edge there in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I thought, we always know that Melbourne can come steamrolling home. So in and out, having a fag, in and out. But no, it was
stress smoking.
Stress plus. Just a quick question. Obviously, the last 4 weeks we haven't played bad. I mean, what was it? Port by 1, Cats by 10, beat Adelaide 1 today. Do you think, because in this last month, obviously Carlton brought up that they're having their big review, do you think that the board, whoever it was, just called it too soon on Bucks?
So,
do you think that the pressure of Carlton coming out and saying, we're having this massive review. Do you think that prompted the Pies?
Yeah, 100%. So I think it was the right time for. I don't even think I've really talked about this, but I do think it was the right time for Buckley to Buckley and Pies to part ways, not because of our ladder position or anything like that. You know, the rebuild that we're in now, and it is a rebuild, is a 3 to 5 year sort of place. And you need a coach that's going to stay there for 5 years. If Buckley stays there for 5 years, you know, he'd be at the club or coaching for 15 years. That takes him to 2026. You know, can he coach another 5 years? He says no. You go, okay. Then the Carlton thing happens, and their hand just gets twisted a little bit because look what happens. Buckley goes on Wednesday, and then I think on Thursday, Carlton come out and saying they're having a full football review and they've named their panel. We've already got that. It looks to us like it's a day ahead, but it could be a week, it could be a month ahead of Carlton. But if we want to poach those players like Clarkson or anything like that, I think we need to come out before Carlton to do it.
Yeah. Because it was always in the pipeworks of the media that Carlton was going to have some kind of review. I mean, the way that would go on week in, week out. But I don't know, it's a bit sad today. I mean, happy that the Pies got the win for him, but you just sort of always wonder, you know. I mean, he's kind of brought this group together, the young boys and that, and could he just, you know, gone that little step ahead? But oh well, we look to greener pastures. I'd
greener
say,
pastures, exactly right. And I think, like I said in one of my other videos, you know, this is a time where, you know, we can reflect on Buckley's, you know, nearly 30 years at this club, but also we've got a good team. We have got an absolute good team. I mean, we're against the team on top of the ladder who only lost to Adelaide by a point. We've got a really good team. We'll go places. We just need to tune up a little bit, and maybe Bucks just couldn't go that bit further.
Yeah.
Robert Harvey, I don't know if he's going to be the answer, but next year we get a big name coach, or we get a coach who knows what they, you know, want to do for the next 5 years, and then bang on.
Yeah, true. I think, you know what, I think at the end of the day, you know, his personal life took a big toll last year with COVID and that, because I just couldn't see Bucks as being someone to give up. Because let's face it, there are coaches that have been like Clarkson. He's been at the Hawks forever. You know what I mean? Yep. It's not something that's impossible and can't be done. I just think that last year, the end of his marriage, whatever, just flattened him a little bit. In my view.
I guess we're never going to know sort of about that personal sort of stuff. True. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, and at least we got the win for him. We sent him off.
That's it. Great win today. Just a quick last one. So, who's your tip? Yep. Who do you reckon is going to be the coach of the Collingwood Football Club?
I think Clarkson will be the coach. Yep. Yeah. I think we're gonna poach Clarkson. I don't know how. I don't know why. But in my gut, I think we're gonna poach. Clarkson, and if not, it'll be Mitchell and some sort of senior. It could be Choco. It could be someone to mentor won't be Paul Roos, but someone like a Paul Roos. Type. But Carmen, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate the questions.
Easy. Great show.
No worries, have a good one.
Cheers.
See ya. Bye. Aiden, thank you for waiting.
Hey mate, how are you?
Not too bad. How you going?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I know. Obviously, I think I'm in a bit of a minority with this one. Just today with the Bucks, it just didn't sit right with me. Him getting a farewell game.
In what sense of the word?
Like, it just has left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, because now the questions is, did we make the wrong decision? Because the players have obviously still love him. Look what they've done, and they've got up and about for him today.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done yet.
Yeah, no, I can see. I can definitely see what you're saying. It's and that's the thing. Like I was telling Carmen, sometimes you just have to. It sucks, but you got to pull the trigger. But like you think 10. So he's been at the club 10 years. We make that grand final. Obviously, 90 seconds off a premiership. Things are different. Sliding doors. But then you look at 2013 to 2017, where he rebuilt the club. We just couldn't do it. It took a whole review, and then look at last year and the way we bowed out. And then it's just. But you're right. We're not going to know if it was the right call until it's the wrong call, really. And that sucks. It really does. It really does suck. But I get what you're saying 100%.
It's not so much the decision. I think it was time for him to go. Just the final game.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just put some questions in the mind, I guess.
Yeah. Go on. Let me give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts. That's what it's here for.
I'm just like thinking because obviously he had to go. We were trending in the wrong direction at the second the 2018 grand season ended. We've been on a downward trajectory as soon as. And if you look at when did he start? 12?
2012. Yep.
Yeah, I remember at the end of the 2017 season when the questions were on his head, he was going down again. So he had one season where he spiked, and everything else has been kind of downhill for him. So it was the right decision, but I don't know. Just watching them all rally around him, I just think. I don't know.
No, I don't. Do you think he should have seen out the year?
Yeah.
Do you think he should have seen out the year? Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You should see out the year. So what happens if he sees out the year, and then Carlton lose their coach? I don't know. St Kilda get rid of Brett Radden, and then there goes Clarko to Carlton. There goes Sam Mitchell to St Kilda. And we know that for 6 months, we know that Buckley's gone, right? The club knows that Buckley's gone. They're not going to give him an extension. And then we're left with
we're left in line. I get what you're saying, yeah.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying with the farewell game. But we're lucky we're not running the board. We wouldn't be able to make a decision, you know? These decisions just have to be made. And like I said earlier to you, we're not going to know that it's the wrong decision until it's the right one, and we're not going to know that it's the right decision until it's the wrong one. And that's just the football world, isn't it?
Yeah. On a bit more positivity, I'm very bullish on Darcy Cameron. I think he's very good. He's got a very good set of hands on him.
Yeah,
hands all around the ground. You see him sometimes he back and he's in the ruck and he'll take a big intercept mark. He does the same up forward. I'm bullish on him.
Yeah, he kicked 4 goals, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, with Cameron, you could probably leave him out as an out-and-out full forward or thereabouts who kind of taps in the ruck. I don't hate it at all because Cox isn't coming back in my opinion, for at least a couple of weeks, at least, towards the end of the season.
What happened to him?
Darcy Cameron could be – well, he did his throat, but he's ready to go, and they're just not giving him the games. And why would you when Darcy Cameron's kicking 3-4 a game?
No, he doesn't.
And he's that good ruckman as well. You know what I mean?
And Mason Cox, he's on a bit of a coin as well, so got to look at it financially too. He's not offering much for
for the coin that's on
a year, whatever he's on. He sounds kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. Exactly right. Aiden, thank you so much for coming on. I've got a couple more people lined up, but I appreciate all the questions, man. You're making me think, brother. It's too late for me to be thinking on a Sunday, but thank you for the questions. Peace, man. Peace and love. Thanks, mate. Bye. All right. Woof Marcus. How you going, mate?
Swoop Luke, brother.
How you going? A Bulldog supporter? What are you doing on this stream, bud?
Mate, I just wanted to come on and say I love the content.
Yep, thank you.
For that comment insight, mate. You're a real inspiration to me, mate. Absolutely love the content. I want to give a quick shout out, Mario Bulzatil. I heard he's a great. He's gone a bit of a down patch at the moment. Goes to St Kilda.
You're not shouting at anyone at the moment, Wolf.
Nah, I love the content, mate.
Wolfie? Yeah,
mate.
Wolf, can you hear me, mate?
Hello?
All right, I think we're going to... Wolf, can you hear me, mate?
Hello?
You froze. Who are you going to give a shout-out to, bud?
Just want to give a shout-out to Mario Bulzatil.
Yep.
He's in a down patch at the moment. Goes to St Kilda. Obviously, he's had a tough life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Would hate to be a Saints supporter at the moment.
Oh, would hate it at the moment. But Luke, enjoy, mate. Thank you for everything. You're absolutely inspiration.
Thanks, Wolfie. I love you, mate. Have a good one.
See you,
Wolfie. See you, mate. Bye. All right. Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel.
Ariel, how you going?
I'm good. Enjoy the game. Happy we didn't lose.
Yes. Yeah, it was nice. What are your thoughts on the game?
Oh, it was really good. I'm writing a persuasive piece about Nathan Buckley for English right now. So it's a lot of information I can add to it. So my teacher's like, it's not going to work, but you can do it. I'm like, okay, I'm still going to get an A on it. But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's some confidence. I never had that confidence going into any English class in year 12. So
nah, she doesn't know footy. So she's like, well, it's kind of hard to mark if I don't watch footy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a good
she'll get used to it. No, that's awesome. Who was your standout today?
100% Cameron. He was just so good. And like even Lynch, you could see he was struggling, but he did his best he could against
100%. Yeah, against
when you give him more chance, put him in every game and he'll just get better. You can't
put him in every game, you reckon? You reckon Grundy and Lynch in the same team?
I think have him as a backup. Like have Grundy as main, but then have him as a backup. Yep. As like a medical sub or something.
Interesting. So what do you reckon happens for the rest of the season with the Pies?
Hopefully we win, but it's going to be interesting.
It will.
If we win after Dubai, I'm not going to complain. But I think Dubai will be a bit of an interesting round for us.
It will, 100%. Well, let us know how you go on that essay. Hopefully you get that A that you wanted.
Yes, I've sent you a message about it because I want to include something that you put in a video.
Okay, no worries. I'll just hit me up again and I'll check it out definitely. Try and help.
Have a good one.
You too. See ya. Bye. Harry, you're on mute.
Hello,
Harry.
How's it going? Good, man. How are you?
Good, mate. Yeah, not too bad. What's going on, brother?
So I thought we played a ripper of a game and everything, but I was interested that, and I wanted to know your thoughts on if Pendlebury deserved the medal. I thought he played a good game, very good game, but I thought Maynard deserved that 100%. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, that was. It could have been. You're right. It could have been a couple of players. I do think that Pendles. He probably played his best game in at least 18 months.
He was very good.
And whether that was to get up because of Buckley or whether that was because, he was carrying those ribs. He was carrying that finger they needed stitches on because Josh Thomas bit it in training. The most ridiculous injury you'll ever hear of. So maybe he is coming back into form and he's back in the middle. So, but Maynard, absolutely. I was talking to Kondo about Noble and IQ's dash and dare, but Maynard provides that as well. The 1-2 running and stuff like that. Yeah, I love this game.
Yeah, I think it was just pure will to win. Like he wanted to win. It looked like he wanted to win every contest, even off the ball. You love Maynard. He just kind of pushes you around, shoves you to the ground a bit, and he knows like if you're versing him, you're going to have to earn every single touch. It's not going to be a good day.
100%.
So,
100%.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought DeGoey played an amazing game, probably his best game this season. Really good.
Yep, I agree with that.
And I thought our ball movement through the middle was very solid. It's interesting. It's the interesting one. I think probably our biggest mistake was we all kick down the line, and I think most teams kick down the line, but I think it's a weird option to kick straight to a pack where you've got a 7-foot tall Max Gorn, versus solid sized guys, but this guy's marking them every single time, and he's trying to do the same thing. It's like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. But I thought Darcy Moore was great. Big punches, even right at the end of the third quarter, he, punched the shit out of it. Punched it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but punched it 40 meters away. Punched it, 40 meters away and just made sure that they didn't concede,
it's but you're right about that. You're right. Look, and you're right that most teams do it. And it's just that, and it annoys me so much when you can see, when someone's got it in the middle, in the defensive 50, and you can see that big pack growing, and you go, they're always going to send their ruckman there. Just look to the other side and try and spread them out, because if it goes there, it's just going to come back. And we saw that, like you said, a number of times with Maxi Gorn, and it's just repeat entries, and repeat entries makes your defense stumble, and they get goal. And I think they got a goal out of one of Max's Gorney's interceptions as well. So it's just footy smarts, I guess, at the end of the day. And And that could be it could be game plan. We don't know, but yeah, you're right. It is definition of insanity when you're just doing that over and over again, and he keeps marking him, and it keeps coming back. Yeah, crazy.
Well, I think the thing is, there's nothing wrong with kicking down the line 50 meters occasionally. There's nothing there. You just bang it long for a pack. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
It's just, as you said, switch it to the other side or switch it to the middle. Don't go to the 7-footer who's taking contested marks every time.
100%, man. I agree with that.
And I thought what was really, really good is I thought Max Lynch, and I personally am a big fan of, well, not a big fan, but I think Cox is a little bit better. I know it's iffy. I think he's
I know what you're saying.
I think actually Cox, the thing I like about him is he has a bit of footy smarts. I know sometimes he can't perform, he doesn't clunk marks, but he does little tap-ons, just like because I watch all your videos, just like Josh Thomas. You've talked about Josh Thomas. It's the little things that aren't on the statistics.
Exactly right. And exactly right.
That's why I like to see Cox, but I mean, I get it because you want to, firstly, with Lynch, you want to play a couple of games because he's younger. You want him to have some games. And with Cameron, he's been probably playing the same, maybe better. I don't know. It's debatable, but probably let's just say better. You can't really take him out. You have to have someone who's clearly better to take him out.
Exactly right. 100%. And without the VFL as well, you can't see Cox. There hasn't been a VFL for like 3 or 4 weeks. So you don't know if Cox is better than Cameron at the moment or better than Maxi Lynch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, at the start of the season, I think when he got dropped, he was averaging about 2 goals a game. So I thought it was very harsh because, you average 2 goals. I know it's not loads, it's not key forward numbers, but it's not where you don't get taken out for 2 goals a game. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
But if he's only kicking a goal or 2 in the VFL, it's not that standard. It's a bit like through all of Collingwood's history and through any football history, there's this level where you're kind of too good for the VFL, but not good enough for the AFL. So it's hard.
It reminds me of Braden Sire a little bit, to be honest.
Braden Sire, even Callum Brown, I reckon. Callum Brown a bit.
Yep.
I've got to be honest, I've met Callum Brown. He's a super nice guy, and he's, good football and occasionally can do some good things. I don't think he's AFL ready, but then I think he's a bit too good for the VFL.
And there's no middle ground. You either chuck him into the deep end or he smashes the VFL, and it's just like a false smashing of the VFL in a sense. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's like putting a Ferrari, through the streets of Broadmeadows almost. Yeah.
And also, I think Bucks leaving. Personally, I've heard a couple of people say it, and I see where they're coming from. Even I think you think it was the right time for him to go. You said before, right?
Yep.
I thought it was very harsh to let him go, and I said I've always been a Bucks fan, and I'm definitely it's definitely possible that I'm biased because he's been my hero since I'm 19, and he's been my hero since I've been 5 or 6 years old.
Of course,
I could definitely be biased, and I have a framed photo of Bucks above my bed. That's like my most precious great thing or whatever. But I thought it was harsh to get someone. He goes through a stage, the start 2012. He's in the finals, doing well, and then you go through a rebuild, and then he gets you back to a finals. Now, this 2018's team, firstly, we lost to the shittiest umpiring that wasn't called, that free kick. And don't get me wrong, we shouldn't have let West Coast come back in that game.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah,
but that call is a free kick 100% of the time, and all the umpires admitted it the day after, besides one. And the one guy who didn't admit it, one umpire, was from Western Australia. I don't think that's a question.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly right.
But the reason why I mention it, you go through this stage where you top 4 team, they go through a rebuild, and then they go back into a top 4 team. That's natural. That's natural, and he did it in the normal time period, 4 or 5 years or whatever. I reckon that would have happened the exact same thing now. We went in the top 14, we were making finals, and we probably would have struggled the next couple years. But it's a rebuild stage. It's just normal.
But the thing with that was the question was asked to him, do you think you can coach? Do you see yourself here for another 5 years? You know what I mean? And he said no. He can't see himself. So I think that's what happens.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. He said, I'm not sure in 4 or 5 years if I'll be able to continue going. I think the thing is, and I'm sure Bucks, he's a professional, he would have agreed to say, yeah, I'll stop. He wouldn't have, complained. But at the same time, I think he would have gone another couple years for sure, 2 or 3. Maybe he doesn't deserve it. I mean, I think if you're thinking about it, 2018, probably the prelim, in my opinion, the greatest Collingwood win in history, definitely one of them. Then you've got us choking, to be honest, versus GWS, where I went to the game 2019. We played 1 quarter of footy. We should have won that.
Yeah.
And then the next year we've done the West Coast one, or last year we did the West Coast final, which was another great win in our history. The unwinnable game. So to do that, go to do a rebuild, get into the thing, 1 kick away from a grand final, have some of the greatest wins in our history, be coach of the year, and then to be dropped is harsh on anyone's standards.
It is. No, it is. No, Harry, I agree with you, mate. It is harsh, but that's it's hard. It's harsh, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, it is. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for Collingwood, whether he, wasn't up for it or whether he got pushed out. It's a sad day. But Harry, thank you so much for the chat, man.
Yeah,
I really do appreciate it. I'm going to get
Ben
on next. Thank you so much for the support, mate. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good night. See you, mate. Bye. Ben, thank you for waiting, mate.
Hey, that's all good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How you feeling after that win?
Really pumped, excited just to see that we're finally getting that awesome fluid ball movement back, and the accuracy with the kicking, which was really good to see again. And just more confidence in the players just to take on the game, which is awesome to see. Yeah.
I agree. We the ball movement today, especially like you said, we were building up to it, nice and attacking. We flowed a lot better than we have previously. Who was your standout today?
I really loved Maynard. I just thought the way he just burst out of defense and just surged forward, he'd get that side hand pass on and just burst out and try and get it all the way to the 50 as fast as he could. And that really got us, made some goals, which was awesome. And I just thought at the start, I heard some people I don't know, people were saying that he just lacked a bit of aggression and all that stuff. And I think during the game, he's just really taken that on, and he's really got that back, and he's really driven himself back into form along with the team. And he's just been a real standout. And I thought he really was a real good ball getter, and he was really made good use of every ball he got, which was great.
I agree with that. At the start of the season, Maynard, he did look a little bit off. And then, probably just over a month ago, he was shanking kicks. He was just hitting opponents, not physically, like with the ball and stuff. But yeah, like you said, his trajectory up has been with the team as well. So you can kind of see these guys, they've all been lifting. You can tell that they were all down and all lifting at the same time. And, and look what happens. It culminates. These last 4 weeks have culminated into this fantastic win against the best, or arguably the best team in the competition. And yeah, Maynard had a lot to say of it today.
Yeah, and it's been great to see those new players coming in like Bianco and Lynch, which is this was, I think, his 3rd game. And it was
3rd game. Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome to see them really getting their hands on the ball and making good decisions. And it's good to see people like Pendlebury and Sidebottom and even DeGoey today really, really giving him a chance to make their mark. And they've been really standing out, making some good decisions. And it's been great to watch. And it's just showing what the future can be. and it looks good. Yeah.
100%. Who would you who's your next kid in line to bring in? So do you think you've got Reef is still probably about a month away with that injury, but you've probably got McRae that could come in, Ash Johnson if you really wanted to. Who do you think would slot into this team?
Oh, it would be definitely between McRae and Ash Johnson, definitely. So it would depend how our forwards are going. So if Jamie Elliott and Myercheck and people like what's his name, McCreary, can be like very strong and consistent, I reckon it would be safe to bring in Finlay, McRae. I think that would be awesome. Because the more power we have in the midfield, it just makes our forwards better because you get good delivery. So I think that would be the next person to bring back in, just to give him more shots. And then definitely if we need another forward, we bring in Ash Johnson because I hear he's pretty good in the air and he's got a strong body, which is good.
And when our balls inside 50 are so up and high, you kind of need someone high. You can mark them in the air.
Yeah, we can't just rely on high flying Mason Cox or anything.
Especially when he's not. If Cox plays in the game in this side, when the ball movement is for him, it could be Ash Johnson's call up, and especially with that Nathan Murphy injury as well. Murphy's playing that kind of half forward role, so maybe you do see Ash Johnson come in against Fremantle and Elliott push more into the midfield, or something weird like that. Because I don't think there's going to be a lot of wholesale changes. I don't think Harvey's going to reinvent the wheel, so to speak.
Yeah, I think he'll stick to a lot of the same things that Buckley was doing because Buckley had good plans.
Agreed.
That,
Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed. Ben, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for waiting. I've got Jack up next. I appreciate it, man. Peace and love, brother.
See ya.
Thanks, mate. Bye. Oh, hang on. Jack, thanks for waiting, brother.
Hey.
How you going?
Good. Good win.
Yeah, very good. What did you think of it?
Oh, I thought we were good. Like, that's the best we've been all year, obviously. But one person I haven't heard much people say, but I think Sidebottom is really. I think his end will be soon. I think he was a bit sloppy, but his efficiency was 72, so I guess he wasn't that bad.
I know what you're saying though. Sometimes, and I took note of it on my phone to talk about it in my debrief. Sidebottom, he does look a little bit off the pace, and you bring up a really good point. No one else has talked about this yet. Sidebottom does look a little bit off the pace. Yeah, I agree. And some of his decision making, I think he turned over the ball going inside 50 like twice at one stage, but then he does something like that last goal, to end the game, and you think he wouldn't have kicked it, but it was such a beautiful kick, and he still has those skills that you need, but he does. You're right. He has lost a little bit of class, and I'm all over Twitter and stuff, and a lot of people say it over there too. So I don't think you're the black sheep of it all, because I agree with you as well. It's his first half, like Nida Mohammed just said, his first half was shocking. So it's hard. You think that McRae would be his successor, maybe. But what I would love to see is just Sidebottom just plunked in the forward line, keep him in the forward line. Yeah, and let the other boys play up forward. But who else did you think or had a good game or could be better?
I think DeGoey, that first half was really good.
Yeah.
I think that's his best game all year.
Yeah, DeGoey in the midfield, absolutely. Dude, can we just talk about that jumper that you got up above your head? That is dope, man.
Yeah,
that is so cool. That's so cool. Old school Spicers Collingwood jersey.
Okay, yeah.
That's so dope, man. I love that. Look at that. That's sick, dude. But yeah, Degoe was probably, and someone else said it as well. Degoe absolutely played his best game for the season, and like I was saying, he looks like an out and out midfielder at the moment, which I do thoroughly enjoy, especially when Elliott and McCreary and Cameron are kicking your goals. You don't have to rely on Degoe to kick 6 a game to win them for you.
One last thing, I'll let other people get in here, but I think we did a good job on May and Levi. I know they had a couple good things, but I think they didn't have a big. I mean, obviously they had a couple good, but
yeah, I know what you're saying, man. They're like the I think the commentator said they're kind of like McGovern and Barras from the Eagles. They're good at intercept marking and they can roll off really well. But yeah, like you said, our forwards kept them really accountable. There was some times where Elliott was getting those balls inside 50 and he was one-on-one against May. And you think there's not much Elliott can do, just a shocking ball, shocking matchup. But you're right, they didn't have they didn't have as much influence as they usually do, which said a lot about how our forwards set up. That's a good point, Jack. Thanks for that, mate.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Thanks, brother. All right, no worries. Have a good one. See you, mate.
Yeah.
All right. I've got Thomas.
Hey, man. How are you?
Hey, yo.
Good, thanks.
Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, no, going well. One thing that I think throughout the entire season, and again tonight, a player that's stood up and probably been an unsung hero bit, I think Jordan Ruffhead's had a very good season. Just wanted to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. He's another underrated player this season. There was a game where, was it last week or the week before? I can't remember which one it was, where he was just like intercept marking and he was just rock solid in that back line. And the sad thing is that, not that he's coming into form now because he's always been really good, is that he's like 30, I think maybe 31.
Yeah.
Or he's getting to the end of his career. And the thing is, we don't – who is our next player at that full back position? We thought we were so sound there. I don't think Will Kelly's that player. I don't think Mark Keane is that full back. What are your thoughts?
I'm a bit in a pickle as well because obviously we've gone in hard with like lots of midfielders and forwards in like the draft class, and like you said, the guys that probably should be there to step up like Keane or Kelly, I don't think are that exact type of player. So I think we are in a bit we might have a bit of a hole for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you said, we've been getting midfielders and stuff, and for the last couple of years, you look at our back six and you go, yeah, no, it looks pretty good. Because Ruffhead looks like he's 25, 26. Then you look at him, you go, fuck, he's 31. He hasn't got a lot of years left. And when he's going up against guys like Josh Kennedy or Darling or Cameron, he's going to be as good as he is. His legs aren't going to keep up with him. So it calls for it. So maybe that's what they're looking at this draft. Just another. You have to. You're right. It is a gap. As soon as he retires, she's all over in that back line.
Because the thing is, it's not horrible because hopefully we can target that position, and then we've got a pretty young defense around that. Like Maynard, Chris, Moore, Crane, or Noble, they're all pretty young. Like I think hopefully we can just target that and tweak that. But of course, with the other young midfielders coming in, like I think we're in a very good position with our squad. Like it's a young list, but they're all coming together at a nice time, and I think we're going in a good direction.
100%, man. That's a good point. Our under 25s are just, and not even 25s. I think they're under 23s. They're just absolutely smashing it out the park. And the more games you get, and this is just a rebuilding phase, rebuilding year. Sorry. And like Pendlebury said today or yesterday, this could be our 2017 and next year could be our 2018. So we can. That's the joys of football. Who saw Melbourne 11-1 before the game?
Exactly.
So you're right. Our young kids are fantastic. Once we get that roughy hole filled, we'll be right, mate.
Yeah. No, good chat. Good to chat. And just in case you have any else. No worries. Thanks for having me.
Peace out, man. Thanks, brother.
See ya.
All right. I've got Luke Mason up. How you going, Lukey?
Good yourself, mate.
Yeah, not too bad. What do you think of the game?
That was probably our best game of the season, I reckon.
Yep.
Against the top
Yeah,
spot
definitely,
of the team. So it's good to get the win against the Demons.
Yeah, 100%. It was good to get the win against for Buckley's final game as well.
Yeah, it's probably the goal.
Who was your? Yeah, definitely the guys. Was he your player of the game?
Oh, I reckon Pendlebury was. He was outstanding again. Absolute legend.
Yep. Yeah, he really. Someone else said it before. He really pulled the entire team over the line, which is really nice.
Yeah, it was. It was good seeing Roughhead again. If you intercept marks, I thought he was impressive as well.
Yep.
Max Lynch did well against Max Gorn. Usually the best
100%
behind Grundy, probably.
Yep.
So
no, agreed. Yeah, Lynchy and Roughhead. Yeah, I can't get over how good Lynch did play in his third game against Maxi Gorn. It's absolutely incredible.
Definitely. One thing that Joe Rantel, I'm hoping he can succeed at Collingwood. I know he's only just started in that, but
Look, Rantel. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Look, Rantel, I want him. I think he'll be a gem. I think he's going to be. He's that. Well, we know he's super quick. He's going to be that quick, speedy midfielder that we do need in and out of packs. I just think that at the moment it's not the right time for him. He really got thrown in there. It looked like a young kid against the big boys, and that's fair enough. I don't think he should have been medical sub today, but Rantel could be. Hopefully another preseason under his belt, get a bit more muscle onto him, and next year he could set the Pies on fire.
I mean, Rantel could do like what Dacos did. Dacos absolutely a beast in that.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And Dacos had a couple of years where he wasn't like that at all, and then I think last year he really did step up and take his game to another level. So hopefully Rantel does that too, Lukey.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to it.
Beautiful, man.
No.
Not too easy. Thank you for coming on. I got Joel up next, and I really do appreciate all the questions, brother.
Looking forward to seeing what Robert Harvey does.
Yeah, let's fingers crossed we get a couple more wins under him.
Definitely. Have a good one, mate.
You too, brother. See you, mate. Bye.
Yeah.
Joel.
Hey, man. How are
you? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Good win today. I'm all right.
Yeah. Good, mate. What do you think of it?
Yeah. Look, very, very good. I think we worked out that we know that May and Lever love intercept marking, so we went low in that first half, going low, and that worked out well. I think DeGoey played best game all year.
Yeah, 100%.
And Lynch was good. I questioned it last week why Cox wasn't being given a game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not sure. I like Cox. I like to see him get another chance, but I'm not sure if he's going to. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so so on Twitter this week and on my preview, I said that I was not livid, but I was a bit upset that Cox, especially against, if it was any other team, I wouldn't have minded too much, but especially going up against Gorn on the top team as well, you go, why are you giving Lynch this chop out when Cox is a really good ruckman, and I prefer him as a ruckman than I do as a forward in sometimes, because one, he's tall and he actually knows where to hit the ball, so I do like that. So I go, it's really weird, blah 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 blah. And then today after the game, I tweeted and I was just like, I take back everything I said about Max Lynch over Cox, because he did such a good game. But your question about does Cox get another game? I think the only reason he would get another game is to get his currency up if they're going to trade him for an early second round pick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which you hate to see. I I can't see Cox in anything but black and white stripes. So it hurts me to even say that.
Like, there's been so many good memories of Coxie. Yeah, I don't know. Like, even last week with Lynch, I was questioning it because he played the one game in 4 years, and
yep,
he wasn't great in that one game, and he wasn't at his best last week either. But today, I was very, very proud of him. I think he played a great game.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. Like, oh, sorry, no, go ahead. I think
yeah, unless I feel like unless there's an injury or something, then I think unless there's an injury or something, then Grundy will be back in for Lynch in a few weeks.
Yeah, 100%. And like I was just going to say before, you bring up a good point. Lynch has been on the list for so long. 4 years is a long time in football to only play 3 games, and you think that's you say, 3 games, he's been there for 2 years, but no, he's been there for nearly half a decade, and just applying his trade in the VFL. And like you said, so proud of what he was able to do. And hopefully that isn't an audition for another club. But I was telling someone earlier, we don't have that out and out second ruckman like Grundy. And Lynch could be that guy, and it saves us a draft pick down in the future.
Yeah, and we got to also wait and see with Aiden Begg too. What's going to happen with him? Come next year.
Yeah.
100%
after that shoulder, Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. He might be a bit of a talent. Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Other than Lynch today, I think Quaynor played his role against Cozzy Pickett amazingly.
My boy.
Other than at the start where I think he had that one time, I don't know, when he just muscled him off the ball at the start of the game. I'm not sure, but other than that, I think he had a great game today, IQ, and Maynard was awesome, back to his best. I don't think he's been at his best all season, but back to his best today.
I agree. This could be Maynard's kind of taking off point from here. He's been, like I said earlier, I think it was to Ben, we're really Maynard is growing as the team gets better. Maynard's confidence is going up, and nearly all Australian. He should have been all Australian last year, and he's finally coming into form, like you said, today, which is really nice. And look, it's we technically we can get lower than we are, but as a club as a whole, we can't get any lower than this. So it's only peaches, and it's only roses and rainbows from here, mate.
100%. And I'm looking forward to seeing Robert Harvey and seeing what he's made of and seeing what the future holds.
Exactly right. Just throw caution to the wind and enjoy the roller coaster with us, Joel.
Yep. Exactly.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers,
I'll talk to you soon. Nah, too easy. Thanks, brother. See you, mate. Bye. All right. We've got Michael.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, not too much, brother. Yourself?
I just wanted to talk about Johnny Noble. He is like mid-season draft. I just don't know how he couldn't get a team, in the draft. He's turned into a beast. I just wanted to know your thoughts, man.
Johnny Noble, mid-season draft pick. Yeah, like you said, couldn't get picked up. Was always quick. I think the knock on him was a bit of his kicking, and we can kind of still see that. But man, and I think I was saying it earlier to Kondo when he jumped on. His dare and his dash, just the ability to take the game on, is everything that we've been lacking as a football club for the last 5-6 years. And when did he? I think it was 2019 mid-season draft. So he's only been in here for half of 2019, half of 2021. So technically 2 years all up. So 24 months. So it's crazy what he's been able to achieve in such little time at an AFL club.
Yeah, exactly. He's I don't know. Yeah, he's turned into a beast, to be honest. And Bo McCreary, I love the kid, man. What pick did he go? Was he?
He was.
Was
I
he
think
even in the
Poulter
draft?
was
Was
30. Yeah, no, he was in the draft. I think he was 45. I want to say 45. I know someone in the comments will post about this, but I think he was 41 or 45, or 41 was Bianco in. Anyway, he was in his.
Yeah,
pretty sure he
yeah,
was in his 40s. Yeah, 44. Liam Murphy just said 44.
He's unbelievable, man. Like first season, and he's already shown that he's like our most important like pressure forward. Like him and Elliot are gonna be there for years. Like it's gonna be mad.
Like especially on Bo, I absolutely I love. I don't. Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yeah.
Love Bo, man.
I love Bo
anything
too,
he
man.
does, I praise him, man. He is.
Yeah,
The thing is that the one thing that, and it's not a knock on Bo, it's a knock on the Collingwood list management or the Collingwood team, is I absolutely hate that he is the only one that is able to do what he can do. Buckley a couple of weeks ago came out and said, we don't have anyone like Bo McCreary. We're going to miss him. It's like, how do you not have anyone like Bo? All he does is run and tackle. Everyone should be running and tackling. You know what I mean? But you're right. That's exactly what we've been missing. John Noble in that half-back line and missing that pressure player for the last 4 or 5 years as well.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because it's his first season. Like, yeah,
it's scary. It's absolutely scary that he's only been able to do this off 6 months of football.
Yeah, it's like our rookies this season. Even Poulter, man, he's 5-6 games in, he's turned into a beast. Like,
already, and he's so skinny as well. Imagine when he puts on some muscle and can start, fending off players and getting a bit more distance in his legs and stuff like that.
I just can't wait to see Reef, man.
Yeah, God, I know. Hopefully before the end of the year he gets a run, gets on top of that. I think it's the syndesmosis. I think it's an ankle injury because he got over that finger injury. It is the ankle because he did it in the VFL. Yeah, so I think he's got about 4 weeks. The same thing that Elliot did. So hopefully before round 20 we can see what he can give us.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Like, yeah, he was high draft pick as well, wasn't he? 20 or
something like that. Something. Yeah, definitely top 20. I think he went after. Definitely went after Ollie Henry. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was about 19.
Yeah. One more thing.
26. There you go. 26. Even
26.
Lower than we thought. That's insane. Thank you, Rory.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yeah, man.
Max Lynch. I want your thoughts on him, man. Like, with Grundy to come back, do you see him like still in the team when he comes back?
With Grundy to come back, I don't see him in the team with Grundy to come back. But look, Collingwood under Buckley haven't been known to play from my memory anyway, two out-and-out ruckman. Because Max Lynch, you wouldn't really rest him up forward. You kind of want him to play, if he's playing 80% in the ruck, the 20% is just going to be kind of spent on the bench in a sense. He'll float around, but you wouldn't necessarily rest him up forward like you could a Grundy or like you could a Darcy Cameron or a Mason Cox. So I think Lynch and Grundy is just a straight swap, which is unfortunate. But without Cox in the team, it means that Lynch is up that pecking order. So if Darcy Cameron comes out of form, you've got Lynch that could just jump in, which means that if Lynch and Grundy, in my opinion, are in the same team, you'd want Lynch to do, obviously share the rucking, but then you get Grundy into the forward line and kick goals. What was that team that it was earlier this season? Grundy was just plucking them. Was it against?
West Coast. He kicked like 2 in the first quarter.
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, 2 in the first quarter. So that's what I mean. He's a good forward. Grundy's a good forward. So you bring in a Lynch if Cameron is out of form, so Grundy can rest forward and become that Cameron type. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts how it works out, brother.
Yeah, our list looks pretty good. Our future's
it
bright,
does.
man.
100%, man. that's all you can really hope for, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Michael, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
All good, man. See you later.
I appreciate it. Have a good one. See you, mate. Bye.
You too, man. See ya.
All right, we have been going for an hour and 10 minutes. What a stream. I don't really know how long these usually go for, so I might cut it off now. I am so parched. My gin and tonic is no gin, no tonic. Everyone that joined, thank you so much. You've blown my freaking mind. To everyone that's commenting, thank you as well. I was kind of reading the comments. I will kind of so next week when we can't do it next week. We'll figure it out. But what I'll do is in between people, I'll do a couple comments. I'll put them up on the screen, and I'll answer some of your questions from there. So that is amazing. Thank you. Just again, you've blown my mind. Thank you so much. Also, a shout out if you guys are here, Blue Abroad. I really do appreciate the help. Helping me, giving me the idea for this as well, and telling me about StreamYard. I really do appreciate it. Again, absolutely insane day. Super sad for Bucks, but super happy for the future of Collingwood. We saw it on display today. Swoopers, I absolutely love you all. Again, thank you so much. There's 64 of you watching us now. Let's hit 100 next stream. I'll put it on Instagram how you can join next time. But I really do appreciate you. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you all later.